Hi folks, welcome to today's Coffee with Jesus. You'll forgive me if I make this just a wee bit shorter than usual, purely and simply because I'd been to the dentist and had drills and stuff in my mouth and injections in my mouth, pretty numb. But we are on John chapter 1 and we are looking at this, the calling of the disciples really, and Andrew goes and fetches Peter, his brother Simon, and then it says here, and he brought him to Jesus, which is just a great phrase anyway. And then Jesus looked at him and said, "You are Simon, son of John. You will be called Cephas," which when translated is Peter. Cephas is Aramaic for rock, and Peter is Greek for rock. So let's get the elephant in the room out of the way straight away. Is this Peter being appointed Pope? No, it's not. It is Peter being told that he will be a rock and he will end up being a significant leader, if not the leader of the Jewish church. And I do think that the play on the word rock, the rock of Peter's own confession of Christ, and but Christ himself is the foundation, but also Peter's character, which, as we'll see as we go through the gospel, it's a bit unsteady but becomes rock solid. So I do think this is Jesus prophesying what Peter would become. Obviously it is. But you don't go from that to a couple of centuries later, 3 centuries later or whatever, having a bishop in Rome pronounced as the bishop of the whole church, copying and imitating the Roman Empire and the emperor. I can't find that anywhere in the New Testament. And to be honest, there's many things. Look, I love my Roman Catholic brothers and sisters, and I do regard many. I'm not one of these people who says, well, if you're a Roman Catholic, you're not a Christian. That's ridiculous. I think there are many fine Roman Catholic Christians, just as there are many Protestants who are not Christians. But there are also many Catholics who are not Christians. But the reason I couldn't join the Roman Catholic Church, there are 3 or 4 doctrines, but one of them is this. It's the Pope. I'm not pledging obedience to any Pope. So my coffee with Jesus, if you like, is to say, well, Jesus, I follow you. You're the one who appoints people and chooses people. And you took a guy like Peter and you turned him into this rock. And, we really desperately need good leadership within the church. And I'm very, very thankful, obviously, for the 12 apostles. So I think I will leave that there, and doubtless those of you who are of a different persuasion will let me know. Please understand, I don't mean to be offensive. One of my favorite writers was the previous Pope, Pope Benedict, that is. I don't know about the current Pope, Pope Leo and Pope Francis, so no. But Benedict, I loved his writings and benefited enormously from them and thought he was a significant thinker. But sorry, he ain't the head of the church. That's only Jesus. But here, Peter, it's great, isn't it? Andrew brings him to Jesus, and Jesus says to Peter, yeah, you're going to be the rock. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye.